I think about even in my coaching, like I wish that I had had a coach back in the day to even start to open my mind to different possibilities. There was a couple of things that were going on. Like one, I was really disconnected from myself. Like I didn't even know who I was for many years. Like I didn't even know how to get connected with sober people. Kind of a funny story, but I think I was 25 at the time and I went into rehab at 28. I was 25 years old and I started noticing, this is not really making me feel my best, but I'm not sure what to do about it. And I went out to dinner with a really big group of my friends. And there was a girl who I didn't know there at the dinner, and she came in and she sat down and she's like, "Hey, everybody, like, I'm not drinking tonight." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So, someone who's decided they're not going to have alcohol, like I'm going to watch her. She sat there and she was so upset with herself. You could just see it on her face. She was miserable, right? Like when we were all getting drunk. So of course, I'm sure it's not the most fun thing for her to watch, but she stood up in the middle of the dinner and said, "I can't be here anymore. I can't watch all of you drink. Like I'm leaving, bye." And I watched her and I thought, if I decide to give up alcohol one day, I'm going to be miserable like that. And I used that as an excuse for so many years that I can't do this because I saw her and, she looked really unhappy.
Held on to that one.
Let alone all of these consequences that I'm facing of like, perhaps losing my job or losing friendships, waking up with hangovers, losing my wallet, like falling on my face. Like there were so many different things that I had been going through, but no, this one thing. And I think that this is the power of our brains. Like the brain is hugely powerful. It can rationalize anything. And I think it's such a trap, man.
I will say that's exactly what happened to me in one of the few meetings I went to. I looked at these people, looked up to, or just saw that have been sober for a long time. And they were talking about their stories and they were so miserable. I was like, first of all, I haven't done half that stuff. And second of all, if that's what sober looks like, it doesn't look fun for me. Like, why do I want to do that? Like, go have a drink already. Your life sucks. It was, like you said, your mind rationalizing your own behavior and making it okay to keep doing what you're doing.
Yes. I kind of laugh about it now because there was nobody stopping me from Googling happy sober life. At any point in time, I could have done this, but I chose not to. Yeah, I guess I wasn't ready or it wasn't my time or whatever it is, but this is also why I get extremely passionate about talking about alcohol-free living, recovery, whatever we want to call it now, is because if I had maybe heard a little bit of something years ago, maybe that seed could have been planted earlier on. And we don't need to hit these massive rock bottoms to make change happen. I've heard people throughout the years say, "Oh, well, I've listened to your story, Arielle, and I didn't get suicidal, so I'm not sure yet," And I like to tell them you don't have to hit a rock bottom to make a change. You don't have to tell yourself, I'm going to be sober for the rest of my life. Like just start today with what you have now and start to experiment and think about things a little bit differently. And we'll get there if you want. Like, it just doesn't have to be this huge, ominous thing straight off the bat.